Что это вы тащите, Татьяна Николаевна? Мародерите или что?
А что делать? Вы жить так надо, что делать?
The first images of the destroyed bridge over the Seam River, Kursk region, have appeared. Warthog Defense reported about this operation in Kursk region. The Ukrainians struck the bridge again. After that, one of the spans collapsed. Part of the Glushkovsky district is now cut off. This is Tyotkino, Popovo-Ležachi, Volfino, and about 27 other settlements, Russian media claim. Reportedly, between 700 to 1,000 Russian soldiers may have been cut off from the Big Land, Russian telegram channels claim. Russian Z channels report that another of the two live bridges in the village of Zvanoye, Kursk region, is now being hit. Still don't believe that Russians are no better than ISIS? Well, see this. Soldiers of the 155th Marine Brigade of the Russian Army placed the severed head of a Ukrainian soldier on a pole and place it at a checkpoint in Kursk. The Ukrainian animals only understand this language, they say. This is a radio intercept about the beheadings shown in the ISIS-like video of the Russian 155th Brigade. In the radio intercept, the commander give the order to behead 4 people and put their heads on sticks, like in the gruesome video. One of the victims is presumably a captain in the Ukrainian army. The filming occurred likely near Kolotilovka.
Бугай, вот этим 4 отрезать головы, и посадить их нахуй на пике, Как принял меня? Это приказ. Принял на 5 плюсов. Бугай я пушкарь, собрать документы, шевроны нахуй. Всю хуйню. Посмотрите, какая бригада. Или номер ВЧ, жетоны тоже собрать. С какой бригады эти пидоры?
Смотри, короче, первые доки нашли какой-то капитан штаба, тудым-сюдым, воинская часть не указана, есть предыдущая. ВЧ 2382.
Пускай нахуй сейчас мне, блядь, заснимет эту видюху нахуй, где он его убил, блядь.
Look at these young faces. These are Russian conscripts. Putin sent them to fight against the experienced Ukrainian army. It was Putin who guaranteed that they would not be involved in direct combat, but as always, he deceived them.
Украинской тюрьмы с чистеньким бельем у них, и посмотрите, у них светлые стали рожицы.
An employee of the Ukrainian commandant's office in the Kursk region caught Russian women looting their neighbors.
Фамилия. Что это вы тащите? Мародерите или что? Где вы живете? Есть что сказать украинскому народу? Вы виноваты. У меня для вас хуёвые новости, девочки. Вы пиздец как виноваты. Ладно, давайте. Выжить вам.
A German tank general discussing Kursk in 2024. Enjoy this in-depth analysis on the Ukrainian offensive by General Freuding of the German Army. He is the former commander of the 9th Pantsir-S Brigade and current head of the Ukraine staff of the German Ministry of Defense. The video is dubbed to English.
Let's talk about the Kursk region. Last Tuesday, August 6th, Ukrainian forces attacked the Kursk region on 4 axes, as shown here. The strength of the Ukrainian forces for this offensive operation is 4 brigades. That is 4,000 to 6,000 soldiers. The depth of the area taken is approximately 30 kilometers. The width is around 65 kilometers. We estimate that the total area in which Ukrainian forces are operating rather than controlling is around 1,000 square kilometers. That's interesting because that's roughly the size of the area that the Ukrainian forces have lost to the Russian forces since the beginning of the year. So that gives us a good indication. We also know that in addition to these 4,000 to 6,000 soldiers of the Ukrainian armed forces in the area of the Russian Kursk Oblast, these forces are also supported by around 2,000 to 4,000 Ukrainian forces from the Sumy area, in particular by logistics, but also by air defense forces. We also know that this has led to around 100,000 Russians being relocated from this region, being moved to the interior of the country, which the Russian government has also made quite public. What are the Russian armed forces doing about it? They are trying to counter this Ukrainian attack with infantry, armored forces and special forces. We know that armor has been introduced and deployed on a massive scale here too, as well as close air support. So far, however, this has not been successful.
General, what are the intentions behind the Ukrainian offensive? What is Ukraine trying to achieve?
Ukraine has multiple intentions. The first point is, of course, to create relief. The Ukrainian defense in the Donbas is under enormous pressure, so this is a targeted relief attack. That is one point. The second point is, of course, a psychological aspect. Zelensky himself has said in public that he wants to take the war into the Russian heartland. But thirdly, it is also a psychological effect to show the Ukrainian population internally that yes, we are in a position to go on the offensive again, to take the initiative again. Yes, we will not tolerate the daily shelling from this area and the resulting civilian casualties, which is a real encouragement for the Ukrainian population. Of course, it is also the case that the Ukrainians had prepared this operation very, very well. They had very good reconnaissance results. They knew that in the area where they were now under attack, firstly, the terrain was favorable for an offensive operation, and secondly, that there was a massing of poorly trained troops, presumably reserve forces, and that there were important logistical facilities, important logistical lines of communication. In other words, this was also a window of opportunity for the Ukrainian armed forces.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.